Hi, my name is Mambazi Collins, and I'm here to show you my project for the Dropbox Hackathon contract scan. So let me give you a scenario. There are two parties, Party A and Party B. Party A and Party B want to enter into an agreement. They want to sign a contract. So Party A sends Party B the contract to review before they sign it. So Party B gets the contract and decides to use contract scan. And I want to show you how they could use contract scan to not only scan their contract and understand the material inside the contract using our AI, which is we are using the GPT-3 API, but also we are also enabling the user to sign the contract after that. So let me show you how that looks like. So we'll begin by uploading our file to contract scan. We would come and upload our contract file. I have mine here which I call trial, and we would upload that contract. Let's say our contract has been called trial, we would upload it to contract scan, and after we've finished uploading, our AI would read through the contract for any malicious content to make sure there's nothing, there's no part of the contract that I'm not in favor with, so that I can understand it. Yeah, so it's telling us that the contract is an agreement between a committee and a contractor for the provision of services. The contractor is engaged as an independent contractor and will perform duties as outlined in the attached schedule. The committee will reimburse the contractor for reasonable and approved expenses incurred during the term of the agreement. And so it goes on to give an in-depth analysis of what is happening in the contract and then prompts the user for two email addresses. So Party A, being me, would give their email address. And then I would also enter in the email address of Party B, which would be the second signer email address. After I was done putting in both of their emails, I would just press on the sign contract button. And once this was done, both parties whose emails have been put here would receive prompting them to sign that agreement. So let me go ahead and show you what that looks like. So once that is done, Party A, I'm inside my own email address here, and as you can see, I have just received the document here. So I'll be able to enter into this document and review and sign it. So we're using the Dropbox API to do this. When we get the document that someone has uploaded and the Dropbox API, and we give you the ability to legally sign these documents. So when you sign these documents, they're legally binding. But since this is a prototype, we used the API on test mode. So it will tell us that these documents are not legally binding. But if we use the non-test mode and if we go into full production, we would be using the legal binding method, whereby documents that are signed using the Dropbox API are actually legally binding. So it's taking quite a while to load, but let's give it a second. And once it's done, it will have the ability to either draw a signature, write it as text, or insert it from a previous signing that we had made using this application. So as this is loading, let me just go ahead to my second and also see if it has come. And so we have a new email here. And, they're telling me there's something new that I have to sign, and it's from Busy Call. It's like the document is coming my way. They're telling me there's nothing for me to do yet, and will email me when it's my turn to sign. Okay. So what they mean is like once this party is done signing, the other party receives an email telling them that requesting for their email signature. So let's just give this a second. Yeah, so as you can see, it's telling us that the document is not legally binding. And the reason for that is because we used the API in test mode. So we'd be like, okay. So if it wasn't in test mode, it would be legally binding. So this is as a solution that will enable you to sign documents with anyone around the world as long as you knew their email address. So let me just out. If I want to just type it, I could type it out. If I want to do it, I could draw it. Let's use that. Let's just insert that signature. So after you're done, you just press continue, and then almost done. You agree to be bound legally by this document. So when you press agree, it really does become a legally binding agreement. So thank you for submitting your signature. You will receive a copy in your inbox. So done signing, you receive a copy of what you just signed inside your inbox. And the other party, as you can see, and the other party also receives an email telling them that the other party has just signed, so it's now time for you to sign. As you could see, this email just come because I've just signed the side. So once we finish signing here, the other party would also immediately receive the fully signed document, and then both parties would have it saved carefully in their email inboxes. So this is a solution that could enable you to easily sign documents, and then once they want it, they could just take the PDF that they have in their email and print it out. So it's a solution that works for anyone who wants signed documents electronically with another party that you may not have direct physical access to. As you can see, this is the signature I used in the side, and so this time they are also asking me to sign, and so this time I'll just type my name as Party B. Party B, yeah. So this could literally, you could be your name, it could be anything of the sort. And once you're done, you just press I agree, and now both parties would then receive an email with this signed document, and they would be able to understand that, as you see, they just told me that this other person has viewed the document signing, and they viewed the document, and now waiting to see when they'll send us the email of the signed document. Yeah. So they're telling us that document has been signed. So it does take quite a while for actually it's right here. Everyone has finished signing the document, and then you receive the copies. It's right here. So if I just download this copy, and look at it, you will be able to see that it's the document that we need, but with both our signatures and both our email addresses. So this is a legally binding document. Yeah, so you could just go ahead and print this if you had a printer, then you'd be done. So thank you so much for your time. My name has been Wambazi Collins.